In this video, I am going to explain about the trigonometric Fourier series, and also, if time permits, I will start deriving each of the coefficients in the trigonometric Fourier series. Okay, so first, let us consider the trigonometric Fourier series. Trigonometric Fourier series. This is the origin of Fourier series types. Okay, if you take a cosine Fourier series, if you take a exponential Fourier series, for those two this is the origin. Okay, without this those two are not there. Just the modification of this trigonometric Fourier series is nothing but your cosine and exponential Fourier series. So first we will say, we will take a signal. Consider a signal x of t is equal to a sine omega naught t. A sine omega naught. A is nothing but amplitude and sine wave. Omega naught is nothing but angular frequency. Omega naught is nothing but angular frequency with fundamental period. Fundamental period t is equal to, fundamental period t is equal to, generally it is 2 pi divided by omega naught. 2 pi divided by omega naught. Then the Fourier series expansion, Fourier series expansion is given by, Fourier series expansion is given by x of t is equal to, so the given signal is a sine omega t. So this can be written as a linear combination of trigonometric functions. What is the definition of trigonometric Fourier series? Any signal x of t can be written as a linear combination of trigonometric functions. So that is trigonometric orthogonal functions. A naught cos omega naught t plus a naught cos 0 omega naught t plus a1 cos cos 1 omega naught t plus a2 cos 2 omega naught t plus and so on, plus b naught sine 0 omega naught t plus b1 sine 1 omega naught t plus b2 sine 2 omega naught t and so on. Okay, then what we have done, the given signal is written as a linear combination of orthogonal functions, because sine and cosine are orthogonal functions. Sine and cosine, what is the phase difference between sine and cosine? 90 degrees. That's why these two functions are orthogonal functions. So a naught, a1, a2, a3 and so on, b naught, b2, b3 and so on, all these are coefficients of the trigonometric Fourier series. Okay, so how to write this? How to write in short? It is, if you substitute cos 0, that means cos 0. Cos 0 omega naught is nothing but cos 0. So just if you simplify this, it results a naught plus a1 cos omega naught t plus a2 cos 2 omega naught t plus and so on, plus b naught into sine 0. Sine 0 omega naught t. Sine 0 is 0, so b naught coefficient is not there, and plus b1 sine omega t, b1 sine omega naught t plus b2 sine 2 omega naught t plus and so on. Okay, so how to write this in a short form? So in a naught and b naught coefficients, b naught is completely removed because it is sine 0, and a naught becomes only amplitude factor is there, phase component is not there. So A naught is alone plus, if you observe A1, A2 and so on, we can write it as summation of n is equal to 1 to up to infinity. This expansion goes an with the cos n omega naught t. Okay, if you substitute n equal to 1, a1 cos 1 omega naught t, a2 cos 2 omega naught t, and so on. And similarly, the second component bn sin n omega naught t. Okay, this is in summation form. Okay, so this is your given signal x of t written in terms of Fourier, trigonometric Fourier expansion. So where a naught, a1, a2 and so on, an, b naught, b1, b2 and so on, bn are trigonometric Fourier coefficients. Fourier coefficients. Okay. Now, this is your trigonometric Fourier expansion for a given signal x of t. Now, in general, in the problems, when a signal is given to you, it may be of anything. Okay, it may be any signal. That signal you are asked to expand in terms of trigonometric Fourier series. Then what you have to do? You need to find what is a naught, you need to find an, you need to find bn. After that, you need to find what is omega naught. Okay, these unknown parameters you are going to find out, and after that substituting those values in this equation gives you what is x of t in terms of its trigonometric form. Okay, that is our main motto of this expansion. Okay, so now let us evaluate these components one by one. So first one, evaluation of Fourier coefficients, evaluation of trigonometric Fourier coefficients. Okay, so because we have cosine form and thereby we have exponential Fourier series also. So that's why this is these coefficients are especially for this trigonometric Fourier series. Okay, so first one is a naught value. So finding a naught, b naught we no need to determine. B naught we never find b naught in the expansion because the b naught comes with sine 0. B naught sine 0 omega naught t. So b naught simply becomes 0. Okay, so integrate over a period. Okay, integrate over a period. So to find this a naught, we are going to take the expansion x of t, take this expansion x of t and integrating on both sides over a period t naught to t naught plus t. Okay, so consider, okay, I am taking this as equation 1. So consider equation 1 and integrate on both sides, over limits t naught to t naught plus capital T, over limits t naught to t naught plus capital T. So what is t naught? T naught is an initial value of the time period, and capital T is the fundamental time period, final value. Okay, so you can take this as initial and you can take this as final of a cycle, final value of a cycle, only for one cycle. Initial time of a cycle. Okay, that means you are going to integrate the given equation 1 for one complete cycle. So that's why integral t naught to t naught plus capital T x of t dt, that is equal to integral. So what is the first one? A naught, t naught to t naught plus capital T a naught dt plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity an. So integration is applied to only the variable with respect to time, t naught to t naught plus capital T cos n omega naught t dt plus bn integral t naught to t naught plus capital T sin n omega naught t dt. This is under summation. I hope you understand what I have done. So we have taken this equation and applied the integration over the limits t naught to t naught plus t, and wherever we have a time domain signal, that is going to be affected with this integration, and remaining are constants. Okay, so now this integration we are applying on this summation, and here see a naught into, what about the first term? A naught is constant, that comes out, and integration t naught to t naught t t naught plus t. So this gives only t, and after substituting we will be having only t naught plus t minus t naught, t naught cancel, and t will come. Okay, so okay, I'm taking another step, that is equal to integral t. A naught is constant, take it out, a naught t naught plus t 1 dt, that is equal to a naught. Here we have t and t naught, lower limit t naught plus capital T, that is equal to a naught into t naught plus t minus t naught. So t naught cancel, and we will be having a naught into capital T, that is the integration t naught to t naught plus capital T x of t dt. See why we have left the other two parts? Because whenever we integrate the sine term or cosine term for one complete cycle, the result is 0. For one complete cycle, the result is 0. I will write the reason here. The integration over a complete cycle, for sine or cosine is 0. Can you tell me why? Because if you take a sinusoidal signal, the sinusoidal signal, whatever the amplitude you have in the positive peak, the same you have in the negative peak. So plus 1 minus 1, that simply gives you 0. Integration is nothing but addition. So every time instant in the positive time and every time instant in the negative time, whatever you have the peaks, if you add, that becomes 0. That's why for one complete cycle it is 0. I said already it is for one complete cycle we are doing. Okay, initial value of a cycle and final value of a cycle. So that's why it is this one. So what we need finally, a naught. So a naught is equal to 1 by t times t naught to t naught plus capital T x of t dt. This is the expression for the Fourier coefficient a naught. Okay, so a naught can be evaluated using this formula, and the remaining two parameters a and b n we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.